being like mentally just tormented. You know what I'm saying? And it was just like, oh, you know what I mean? Like, and that's why now let's be very clear. Let's be super duper, uber, super very clear.
Mm-hmm.
Mental illness is a thing.
It's a thing, and people are really. Sorry, I had to move that Wendy's code. No free promo. Unless Wendy's, you trying to what's good?
Right?
Nah, but like,
but what I'm saying though is like, all right. So mental illness is a thing.
It's definitely a thing.
And when you hear these people talking about like this lean and this perp and all these things to drown out all these emotions that you're going through, me personally, that's why I say I don't want to listen to like the artists away from their art.
Yeah, I was listening to an interview, even just today actually. I was listening to the interview. Like I like to listen to a lot of interviews and podcasts and like stuff like that, TED Talk, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And basically they were saying like a lot of these kids, especially these artists that are out right now, and Eminem was saying it. I think it was the Eminem and Sway interview. They put out part 1 and part 2. We don't definitely talk about that as well.
Yeah, I didn't see it.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
Basically, I think because Eminem was upset about something. I don't remember what it was, but basically getting to the point, he was like, a lot of these artists are just on this sad wave.
Yes.
And it's just like, that's the wave of the music that is popping right now. This sad wave, like the Trippie Reds, the XXXs, the Lil Xans, Juice WRLD. Like, it's this sad, emotional, like, movement and everything. So, like, all you got to do is touch your face, sip some lean, pop a perk, pop a Zen, and then you Gucci. You feel
about your dark emotions.
Yeah, talk about your dark emotions.
And me personally, that's the thing is that not I mean this as regular people living regular life. Like I'm already going through what I'm going through.
Yeah.
The last thing I need is to listen to some sad music to put me even deeper into that. You know what I'm saying?
But I feel like that's our generation. I feel like our generation likes different types of music. Like the thing about it is though, let's keep it a buck though. The thing about it is that what these people are talking about, singing about, rapping about, what they're talking about is very real. It's very real, and it's relatable. And
it's very
and I feel like that's why these kids like it, because even my own little brother, sometimes I feel like he's going through things like, and I realized last year, last school year, that it's not just him. It's a bunch of these kids that are feeling this way. Like they're feeling depressed. One of my students came to me today and was just like, I have depression. And I'm like, that's not something that you need to be just throwing out willy-nilly like that. Like that's a serious statement nowadays. If you talking about you got depression,
right?
Were you like clinically diagnosed with depression,
or are you just depressed? And that's another thing. Now that's another thing.
Self-diagnosis.
Now let's make a clear distinction, a clear line to say there's depression. Like there's I can't find my keys, or my dog. That you know what I mean? Like those like things. That is serious.
Yeah.
That is what I mean. But then there's that real depression that way you're chemically just sitting there,
and like shit is just really messing with you.
Right. Yeah. And that's why, in my opinion, and I'm not saying I'm right, please don't think like I'm trying to, champion for, but I'll be saying, I'm like, nah, I can't, I'm already going through what I'm going through.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to listen to music saying, oh yeah, sometimes shadows and no, I don't need that. Yeah, I couldn't remember the words. I don't need shadows in my room right now. I need sunshine. You know what I'm saying? I need the sunshines and the rainbows and the
the what?
I couldn't word for a minute.
The
sunshine.
The sunshine. The sunshine.
But you understand what I'm saying? Like I'm not trying to hear that depression. You know what I mean? I don't. Now they are crying out for help. They need help. Yeah. They need to get help. Let's be very clear.
Agreed.
I'm saying in the microcosm of my universe, where I'm in my room, where I'm going through things, where how's the car note going to get paid? And I need money for the rent. My little Timmy needs shoes. And I don't want to listen to music that's going to put me even more down. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And that's why I say, like, it sounds hipster to say, I don't like this new raps and these new, but that's why I don't listen to a lot of these kids, because the thing now is oh, depression. Oh,
it's like
depressed.
sad, and
Right.
I'm gonna pop something. I'm gonna pop something. I'm gonna
And
sip
then
something.
I'm gonna pop something to because I'm sad. Nah,
yeah,
bro,
I completely
I'm
understand.
great on that. No, thank you, sir.
The crazy thing is just like it started with popping pills and whatever drug or whatever, and it was like the fun thing to do.
Yeah,
And it was like I'm cool. Now it's just like I do this because I'm this way.
But that's the thing. It's still the quote unquote cool thing to do. So there's a lot of people who will say, "Yo, I'm sad," or "I'm this," or "I'm that." But in all, I'm not taking away from nobody. I'm not saying that, "Oh, well, you're not sad or you're not depressed." I don't know you. You probably are. But for the most part, you're not really popping this and sipping this because you're sad.
Let's keep it a buck.
You're trying to fit in with everybody else that's doing it because all your favorite rappers and like maybe your friends are doing it.
Right. Let's keep it a buck, though. I mean, life is hard. It don't matter how much money you have.
Word.
You're going to be sad sometimes.
Word.
You're going to be happy sometimes. You're going to be mad. You're going to want to punch somebody in the mouth. You're going to want to hug somebody. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's life. And if you don't know how to manage your emotions early
or cope with your
emotions early, bro, especially if you're trying to take these perks and these mollies and bro, like deal with your issues, bro.
You definitely sound like Molly. Right? Nah, but real talk though, to bring that back full circle, R.I.P. to Mac Miller, man. Like not for nothing. Your music
touched a lot
of people, and it will your legacy has been laid.
Yeah.
Like you will not ever be forgotten.
I don't think
Blue Slide Park, Kids, Macadelic, Faces, watching movies with the sounds of Divine Feminine, like all your bodies of work. Greatness.
Yeah.
Your energy, your personality, from what everyone else has been saying, great. So
yeah, well, I'm gonna just say to wrap up that whole Mac situation. You know, the ultimate one finger up for the boy Mac, for the cheesy Mac.
Easy Mac with the cheesy raps.
You know what I'm saying?
Real talk.
One up for him. One up for he was really a real one.
That's a fact.
You know what I'm saying? And I will also say, if you're going through something, anybody who can hear me, please
reach out
to somebody.
If you have
DM me. Seriously, like DM me. Real talk. You know what I'm saying? NYC Echo, it's Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Superlative _ Sain.
You know what I'm saying? Just hit because somebody. I could not live with myself if I knew that somebody could hear me was going through something. Just needed to talk. Just needed somebody to talk to. And they did something to themselves that they shouldn't have. And I couldn't live with myself.
Like even like in my high school, I knew somebody, you know, he killed himself. But it's like you wouldn't even expected that, you know. Anybody who has people coming to them, just don't count out the person who doesn't look depressed. They can have on the biggest smile on their face, whatever, be the coolest person, but deep down inside, you don't know
what they're dealing with. Yeah.
Mac is a perfect example.
Yeah.
Like honestly speaking, it's part of the reason why I'm not on social media. Like I had to get off because every post I was seeing was like "Rest in peace, Mac. Rest in peace, Mac." And it was like, damn, son, stop reminding me of the nigga gone. I get it, he gone, but like, damn, bro.
Yeah.
But like we were saying, light one up for the homie Mac. Shut up. Light one up for the homie Mac.
I didn't mean that. I meant that figuratively.
I meant that literally.
My man pulled out a whole taser.
It's not a taser. It's not a taser. Shut up.
Wingardium Leviosa.
All right, let's move on though. Next topic. Let's talk about. All right, before we go there, big shout outs. I'm happy Nat's not in the room. Big shout out to Drake. It's okay. Big shout out to Drake for him and Meek Mill squashing their beef. It was going on for about 3 years. There was a lot of places Meek was going that he was not allowed to go. There's a lot of places Drake was going that he was not allowing Meek to go.
Yeah.
So, you know, that's done.
Let's give it a buck. That beef is corny.
It was corny.
No. I just mean rap beef in general. Can I just get good music? Like,
yeah.
See, that whole, you can't come to my city No.
Some of them beat songs are dope.
Oh no.
We couldn't have had back to back.
I'm here for all the rapidy raps. I'm here for all of it. But what I meant was like, oh, you can't come to my city.
Yeah.
Who you talking to? You name travel agent?
You're poets.
Yeah.
Come. It's not that serious. I mean, you might say something really off color, but come on. At the end of the day, it's music. You left that life to get into music, not try to bring it into
like don't.
And the last thing I need is to hear, millionaires yelling at each other about how my Bugatti bigger than faster than your Bugatti.
Shout out my boy Brandon Roberts.
Shout out to Brandon Roberts.
NYC Echo. But
right, like somebody named Jay Moolah. Shout out to Jay Moolah. He was just like, yo, son, don't come to my block.
You're like,
excuse me?
I'm a grown ass man. I walk wherever
your block
I want.
has nice property value when I might buy a house. I don't want to hear nothing.
I can't reach your house level in credit school.
I'm in the 6th tax bracket. What are you talking about? But let's segue. No, we're not gonna talk about that yet.
Okay.
We were talking about rap beefs recently.
Yeah, that's
Eminem.
Oh, okay, never mind.
No, we're not gonna talk about that rap beef yet. Because that's technically not even a rap beef. That's just a beef in general. Eminem dropped his surprise album Kamikaze, and I'm here for it.
Yo,
I am completely here for it. I'm not gonna lie. The first song that I played, I was just like, orgasm.
Yeah.
Second song I played, I was like, oh my god, this shit is slapping.
Yeah.
Third and fourth and fifth song I played, I was like, oh my god, the album is still good.
Yo, I'm not gonna hold you.
You have.
I can't believe. No, are you dumb? I downloaded the album and I'm gonna keep it 100,000 bands with you. Eminem.
You're like, I didn't understand half of what you
do you know
saying.
how many times I have to pause and read?
Bro, did you hear the triple flow that he did? I was like, oh my.
I'm like, bro, I'm driving right now. I'm using all my what's the word?
What?
Concentration. I was definitely gonna say concentration. I'm using all my concentration to keep this yellow taxi from running me off the road. I'm trying to listen to your music, and I don't know what you're talking about, bro.
Nah, bro, I understood everything that he was saying. He was
That's
coming
because your ears are still young. I'm the old man.
You're literally just a couple years old.
I know. But his album.
His album was amazing.
So it's something to.
It's definitely something.
I did not get to hear it yet. I just heard it.
How did you hear MGK's response and you didn't hear the jab that M took? I need you to get the hell out of the studio. I need you to dip, J. Jules.
Go to your room, download the album.
Go to your father's house. Go download the album.
I'm gonna listen to it tonight.
Nah, it's really good. It's a really good project. The only song that I will say that I didn't really rock with too heavy. Not that it was like a terrible song. It wasn't a fantastic song, but it wasn't a terrible song. It was the Venom song, and I feel like Sony just threw that in there because it's just like, the movie's coming out soon. We might as well.
Yeah.
Which also made me realize this wasn't no surprise album. I mean, it was a surprise for us. It wasn't a surprise for him.
Because when I saw Eminem dropped an album, like I literally woke up and my Instagram timeline blew up. And I was like, yo, boy.
But let's talk about the reason it blew up. Next segue. Hey, MGK, you can't be out here talking about people's 16-year-old daughters, bro.
She's 16?
Well, when she was 16.
Oh.
This was for if you don't know, for the people who are watching or listening who don't know, the beef really started when MGK wrote like a tweet, was just like, yo, no cap, Eminem daughter Haley is bad. And Eminem didn't really see it till like a year and a half later when it started really making news.
Rounds.
It started making its rounds. And then he was just like, who, bro, you talking about my daughter?
Yeah, but can we go out and say, talk about my moms.
You feel me? Like
talk about my girl.
Talk about
my
me,
kid, bro.
Talk about me.
Talk
about do not include my seed, bro.
My child.
My child, like don't do that.
Don't do that.
Don't do that. You asking for an ass whooping. But then,
so I'm hearing that M was waiting for an apology and he never got it. That's what I heard.
From what I watched in the interview, it really just seemed like he was just doing whatever the hell he wanted to do. M just seemed like he was just doing whatever he wanted to do. He just was like, well, I'm going to respond to you when I feel like responding to you. It don't matter how many years later. Stop bitching. Shut up. And take this acid. Like, bro, if I'm gonna talk my shit, I'm gonna talk it when I feel like talking my shit. And that was Eminem's basic, like, because MGK's thing was like, well, you took 6 years and a surprise album to come and diss me, bro. And it was just like little jabs. I wrote a whole song about you. That's what MGK's point is.
Yeah.
But it's just at the end of the day, it's just like, even if you wrote a whole song, fam, and I'm not taking nothing away from MGK because that diss was fire. You know you have a fire diss record when it's top of the Apple Music charts.
Son, let's
top of the Apple Music charts for a diss record.
Let's go back and say that whole thing again. Anytime you make a diss track and it charts. Hold this L. Hold this whole L.
But who's holding the L though? I feel like neither of them are losing because M dropped his album. He said what he had to say on the album. We all know from how the album sounds that it's gonna do well. It's not gonna be like his last album. It's gonna do well.
Right.
He's on a completely different tier platform than MGK. Yeah. So at the end of the day, neither of them are really losing.
Right.
Now, I feel that Eminem I feel like me personally, I feel that Eminem thinks that if he does respond to MGK again, in that moment, he's going to be taking a loss. Because it's just like, well, now I'm giving you my platform, even though I'm dissing you and you're going back and forth and dissing me. Now I'm giving you that platform for you to rise due to my platform, like my fans, the people who rock with me. Now they're forced to listen to you because you're saying my name, and you're dissing me, and you're coming at me. So he's just like, a lot of people are feeling that he's not gonna make another diss record. Yeah, they're thinking that he's not gonna. Think so. Especially after the interview that he had with Sway, because he broke it down into 4 parts. Who breaks an interview into 4 parts, bro?
But let's keep it a buck though. Like Eminem's like an elder statesman in hip hop. Like Kelly got respect. Let's not get it twisted. Kelly got respect, but I mean, bro, like Eminem's one. Eminem should shut up, bro. You might need to stop.
Yo, not for nothing, like. Kelly wasn't the only one that Eminem dissed on that album. Like Eminem went through the list and said,
"Anybody, if you are on the Billboard charts, Eminem
has something to say about you." Like a lot of the Lils, and this is what I can respect about the Lils. So, he came at them crazy. The little Pumps, the little Zans, the little Yachties. You know what they did? What they were supposed to do. What they should have did. They did nothing but post a tweet and said, Eminem knows who I am.
Yeah.
I'm good.
Bro.
I'm good.
My name will be Little Perp Drink right now.
My name was mentioned.
Yes. That's how, bro, bow down. Eminem knows me.
Eminem knows who I am. It don't matter if Eminem was dissing me. Eminem said my name. Wow. So I could.
Tekashi didn't get mentioned.
Tekashi did not. Did he?
I heard they said nobody mentioned him.
I mean, they mentioned Charlemagne. They mentioned DJ Academics. They mentioned Joe Budden.
I might be wilding, but I thought he did.
If he did, then well.
That's funny.
What?
One of my students is watching the podcast, and he said, "Watch your profanity."
Yes, Mr. Sain.
Don't you dare say my name.
I
know you were. I know you were. I saw you. I looked at you. I was like, "Yes, Mr.
Social Security number."
Don't do it.
All right, Matt. So go ahead and do what you want to do now. God, I don't like this.
All right, so. We spoke about the Eminem and MGK beef. We talked about the Eminem versus everybody beef. Now we're going to go into... It doesn't matter if you care. The community cares.
The community does care.
So we're going to talk about the women of hip-hop.
Oh, boy.
So at fashion,
You know-
this past week was New York Fashion Week. I'm gonna let you get out. What
This
you gotta
last
say.
week. This last week was also my birthday. So
Let's shout out,
happy
super shout out to
birthday.
Mr. Obi-Wan Kenobi. If you have his Instagram, if you don't have his Instagram, what you doing, fam? Go
Wish that
follow
man
him.
happy birthday.
Go follow at It's Obi-Wan Kenobi and wish him a happy belated birthday. It doesn't
Yeah.
matter if it's a week late. Still go.
Oh wow, it's a week from today.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Wow,
Last
I
Thursday.
didn't
Oh,
even know
okay.
that.
Okay. Happy birthday.
Yeah, so I've officially been an old man. In earnest now for another week. But yeah, go ahead. Go ahead.
So this past week was New York Fashion Week, and it was one of the first years that I was not participating in Fashion Week. I'm usually there taking pictures. Or
As
whatever.
photographers,
As like we're
Videographer.
all in
Yeah.
videography, cinematography, photography, graphic design, whatever.
you just see the
This
plug.
Yeah, I did videographer. Yeah.
Yeah.
Shout out to J Jules.
Shout out to J. Joe's. And Kyra with them. Yeah.
So Nicki Minaj and Ra Ali went to New York Fashion Week, as did fan favorite Cardi B. And I think, Cardi just had enough of the bullshit.
Cardi had time.
Like Cardi
had time.
And okay, here's the thing that's really upsetting me about the community, the hip hop community or the black community. It's kind of like split 50-50 right now on Cardi. Like half of them are like, oh, well, Cardi looked disgusting and she was distasteful and unclassy and she shouldn't have presented herself that way in front of all of these posh people. And it's like, and they're also getting that connotation from Nicki's side and the barbs or whatever. But then there's the other half that are like, are y'all dumb? This is the way Cardi been presented herself.
Right.
Like from day one, off rip, from the jump, like out the gate, Cardi said, I'm ghetto, I'm ratchet, I'm from the Bronx, I turn it up. Don't get it twisted. She said it on multiple of her songs.
Yeah.
Ran down on that big twice.
Yeah.
She said it in the first song, the first line of Bodak Yellow, the song that made her popular. The song that had everybody in the world singing that song. So my question to the other half of the community, what are y'all talking about? Like, what are y'all talking about? Like, oh, she looked disgusting and distasteful. And it's really only the barbs that are saying this and like people in the upper echelon, whatever. But it's just like,
well,
like,
let me be very clear. Now, I have not. First of all, let's keep it a buck. Nicki Trini. So shout out to the Trini massive. You feel me? But, and I'm saying I do not want any smoke at all.
Honestly,
I'm not famous.
Nick,
I like Nicki Minaj has bread I would probably never going to see.
Think about it.
You feel me?
Okay, let's talk about Nicki real quick. I was a huge Nicki fan growing. Like when she was coming up, the mixtape Nicki.
Yeah, I love mixtape.
Mixtape Nicki, legendary.
Yeah.
But even after mixtape Nicki, like she was still creating some good content, whatever.
Yeah.
I don't like Queen Nicki. I don't like Bully Nicki.
Yeah.
Like I don't care if she thinks this is hip hop or whatever she's doing. I'm not for the bullying. Yeah. Off rip, I'm not for the bullying. And it's like she's really going in and acting like a child for like little things that are out of her control. Like the whole Travis Scott thing. You're gonna go on your platform of Queen Radio and you're gonna really call people out their names like that. Like she was like, I'm not gonna say fully what she was saying because it's really inappropriate. Yeah. But it's like, bruh, she was really calling people out their names on her show, on her Queen Radio. And it's like and then you talking about people's kids. She's like, oh well, the reason why his stole more.
Go back on the MGKM thing. You
don't talk about people's kids. She talked about people's kids twice already. She did. She's like, well, Travis Scott.
I'm gonna just have everybody know that I literally actively tried to avoid all of this. So I'm looking at Matt now like, oh my, and then what happened? Really? Because I have no clue what's happening right now. I've heard that somebody threw a shoe.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna get to that. First shout out all the people watching. Shout out Bay. Shout out
Hey Bay, hi.
Shout out Brandon again. Shout out Clammy Cause that's my student.
Hey, Mister.
Don't
say
I'm
damn
punch
it.
you.
Yo, I really did it twice. Yo, y'all gonna watch him get beat up. He gonna throw a shoe at me.
OD, I'm gonna throw a shoe. I'm gonna throw a shoe at you, Ron. But yeah, you see how I did that? I didn't call you a whole gov. I shortened it. Ruck. But okay, so she was just like, I feel like Stormy, when Stormy was born, that has to do with some of the sales.
Yeah.
Why Travis is getting more sales. Travis had his bundles and his merch, and that's why.
But everybody do that though.
Everybody does that, and Nikki's being mad right now. She's being big mad right now because she didn't do it in the time frame that she was supposed to, and then she ended up scrambling.
Mm-hmm.
So now, when Travis Scott, who's been working on this album for 2 years,
just for the record, this is fact. This is not speculation.
It's not speculation. No, these are facts.
Step one. This is what happened in the war. This is part 2. This is part 3.
Yeah.
Right? So
yeah.
Just for the record, nobody's coming at anybody.
No,
else.
I'm not like think about. I love all of their music. Like I love all their music. Offered like, I liked Queen. I didn't love Queen. I liked Queen.
I did like Queen.
But first of all, you stop talking about people's kids.
Yeah.
The reason why
I don't care who you are.
I don't care who you are. Stop talking about people's kids.
Like if you talking about
I'm not talking about nobody's kids.
Don't
I'm not talking about nobody's kids.
You feel me?
That's a hold up. That's disrespectful.
Completely off.
That's off limits. And like she apparently the reason why her and Cardi really got into it, like everybody knows that they've had beef for a minute now. Yeah. They've been going back and forth with each other like subliminally, and now they straight up said, no, I don't like her, she don't like me, we don't like each other. Cause
there can only be one.
There can only be one queen. But the thing about it, here's the thing. From what I've seen, Cardi not even looking at that. She's not even looking to be like, oh, I'm gonna be number one. I'm gonna be the queen of this shit. I'm not like, she's not trying to do all of that.
Say what you want. In my opinion, I feel like Cardi just happened to be here.
Cardi just had, bro. She was not here last year.
Last year, facts.
She was not here last year.
She might have been last year.
But still, it's like I'm talking. Well, you know what I mean. Like, she wasn't here. The level she's at right now, bro. I literally watched Cardi's Instagram page go from barely 1 million to over 100 and something million.
And I'm gonna keep it up, buck.
And it's like that's crazy.
When I first heard Cardi, I was like, "What is this? I'm good." No,
nah, I'm not going. Well, no, when that's not the first thing I heard from. First thing I heard from her was Gangsta Bitch Music Volume 2. But then I went back and I listened to Gangsta Bitch Music Volume 1, and I'm like, I don't like this. I kind of like Volume 2, and then I heard the stuff she started producing after that. I was like, oh, I like this. This is ratchet. I can turn up to this.
You know the line that kind of turned me?
What?
I like those Balenciagas. The one
that look like socks.
When you said that, I was like, yo, you know what? I'm done. I'm with it. I'm here for it. I'm here for all of it.
The one that look like socks. You like, yo, I do like those Balenciagas. The one that look like socks.
And I was just like, you know what? I was driving down Myrtle Avenue, bumping it, going to work.
Boy,
and it came on the radio that like 10 for the 10th time.
I have no shame in bumping Invasion of Privacy. I have no shame. That's Cardi's album, Invasion of Privacy. I have no shame at all. My lip keeps touching this nasty ass pop filter. I feel like I'm gonna get it back a little bit. Yeah, you feel me? I'm gonna get a bum off this shit.
I was just about to
say but like I have no shame in bumping Invasion of Privacy. However, I think I would have shame in bumping Queen because I, honestly speaking, I did not like that project from start to finish. There was certain songs that I liked. And there's some songs on it that are fire.
Let's not get it twisted.
I agree. Shout out Illmind, the freaking producer. Shout out Illmind, the producer. Yeah. Real talk. But let's get back to the Cardi Nicki thing. Cardi, I'm not saying that that's not the way you should have acted. I'm saying
that if you mess with somebody from the Bronx, that's likely how they might react.
Yeah, like that's likely how they might react. And also the same thing that I would tell my boy who's also ratchet, who reminds me of Cardi, there's a time and place.
Yeah.
There's a time and place. Catch them when they're not expecting. Like I'm not out here trying to get nobody caught up. But for real, there's a time and place. Like now you have that half that was already rocking with you. Now you have half of them like, she's a little too ratchet for me. But like, I still don't think that she did anything wrong. I mean,
we pelted a shoe at somebody.
She did.
Got to the shoe yet.
Yes. So everybody saw the clip and they swore that she was fighting Nikki. Mm-hmm. She was actually fighting or throwing a shoe at Raw Ali, but she was trying to get to Nikki. Mm-hmm. And Nikki was just posted up on the wall like behind.
And she from Queens.
But she
did nothing.
She did nothing but posted up behind her security and had the audacity to go on her Queen radio and was just like, Cardi, she was like a sloppy pig, or she was this disgusting pig, and it's like, bro, your words are so harsh. But one thing I will say about Queen Radio, I really like Queen Radio. I'm here for all the shits, but it's also like she's very well spoken. Nikki.
Oh, let's
like
bro, don't disrespect yourself.
She can orate the hell out of almost any. I would want her to read my eulogy.
Son, I saw somebody say that Nick has a way of stalling where you don't realize that she's
stalling.
And once you master that, bro,
she got the Obama.
Yeah,
it was like my fellow Americans.
We're not doing this again. Side note. Check my Instagram. Obama, follow me on Instagram.
Oh yeah, I will. No, not your Instagram. Your Twitter.
My Twitter. Excuse me.
Barack Obama, our former president, follows It's Obi-Wan Kenobi
not
on
really?
Twitter.
Yeah. Not the President 44. His personal
Instagram.
Obama was like, yo, boy.
I'm rocking with what you doing. I'm rocking with what you doing.
Bro, I like what you do. Because everybody who comes over here have a rip.
I like what you're doing.
Keep it up. Hopefully, have me on the show.
Yo, if Obama, I'm telling y'all right now, if Obama says, "Yo, son, I want to be in your podcast,"
I'm trying to be on your podcast right now.
I'm like, everybody's getting hit.
We got free time, so
I'm actually
no longer the president.
Probably not.
He really doesn't have free time now. He's been out here politic for damn near everybody. I'm not even gonna try to give a rundown because I'm gonna get some names wrong. But he is like, yo, you're from Alabama? Yeah, you need to vote for him. He's from Massachusetts? Oh, go for it. He is out here, but he is not.
As he should. He took his time off after leaving the presidency. He said, no, I'm gonna live my life.
I'm living my best life.
Shameless plug. I have a new song called Living Life on Spotify and Apple Music. Go download it. But produced by J. Jules. But he's living his best. He lived his best life. He was skiing and doing whatever, playing ball, being a young looking black man. You know what I'm saying? And they couldn't take that. Yeah. So now he back out here politicking. He back out here politicking now.
But I'm telling you, I never put these two together. But seriously, Nick and Barack have the same skill.
They have the same skill.
Whether you like them or not, you cannot deny that when they start to speak,
listen.
You're gonna listen.
You're gonna listen.
You're gonna listen.
So, although this episode did not have a special. Actually, we did have a special guest. We had him up before.
Wait, but you're talking about the guy who's being followed by Obama is the special guest.
You get over yourself.
No, I refuse.
Get over yourself.
You got president.
Listen, whatever. So, to end up our show today, we just want to give a special shout out and our special condolences to Mac Miller and his family and all his friends and everybody who supports him. We spoke about it a little bit before we got on the live on the YouTube before we started streaming. But big shout outs to Mac Miller and everybody's life who you touched.
And shout out to his family.
Definitely shout out to his family. Right, yeah, definitely. And guys, just if you got issues, if you got things that you need to talk about, don't keep it in. Talk to your friends.
Find somebody.
Talk to your family. Talk to your family. Somebody will listen.
Even if you don't feel like somebody cares, I'm telling you somebody cares. And if you in your life can't find somebody to speak to or you don't feel comfortable talking to somebody, like I said, come to me. Like literally, you see my Instagram. You see my Twitter. I'm not as active on my Twitter as I am on my Insta, but I see it all the time. I get alerts, and it's like, yo, Obi, I need to talk real fast. Yo,
it's really nothing. Just hit somebody up. Yeah. Trust me, hit somebody up. Shout out to everybody that tuned in. C. Mashan, that's Bay. Brandon Roberts. Everybody that's tuned in. I would have to scroll down, but shout out to everybody that tuned in on my stream. Shout out to everybody that tuned in on Obi-Wan Kenobi stream. And with that being said, guys.
Before we just wrap up, J. Jules.
Oh yeah.
Sorry,
disrespectful.
Tell the people where they can find you once again.
You can find me at JYJWLZ.
What is up with that voice?
Hey, you said the second last.
You can find me at JYJWLZ.
And Sain, where can the people find you?
You can find me. You can go to my website, www.superlativesane.com, if you want to reach me for anything right now. I'm currently off of Instagram. My Instagram is at superlative_sane, but I'm currently off of like social media for the most part right now because there's a lot of things that's been going on in my head, my family, my life, and my financial situation. So I need to be off of social media for a little bit. So, like I said, if anything, superlativesane.com.
And then go ahead and follow me. Go check out my website. It's obironkenobi.com. It's ITS-OBRonKenobi, KENOBI.com. You can find all my Twitters, my Twitch, my Instas, my YouTubes. If I'm on social media, I say it all the time. If I'm on social media, you can find it on that website. So go right on ahead and check out the Media Hub. And make sure to follow the NYC Echo Podcast.
Hell yeah. If you're not following
Stop playing with me.
Stop playing with me.
Oh
my
all right?
God.
But that being said, I got some things to go and do. So I'm going to holler at y'all later. Say later to the people, man.
Later to the people, man.
Peace.
Later, y'all. Peace to the stream, y'all.
Vern is here.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah.
It's crazy.